57 cents. A little girl was standing sobbing near the entrance of a church that was not too big. She had just been barred from entering the church because it was too full. A priest passed by and asked why the little girl was crying. "I can't go to Sunday school," the little girl. Seeing the little girl's disheveled and unkempt appearance, the pastor immediately understood and could guess why the little girl had not been welcomed into Sunday school. Immediately he led the little girl into the Sunday school room in the church, and he found an empty seat for the little girl. This little girl was deeply moved by her feelings, so that before going to bed that night, she had time to think about other children who were in the same boat as her and seemed to have no place to glorify Jesus. When she told this to her parents, who happened to be penniless, her mother comforted her by saying that she was lucky to have the help of a priest. Since then, the little girl has been friends with the priest. 2 years later, the little girl died at her home in the slum area, and her parents asked for help from the kind-hearted priest for a very simple funeral procession. When the funeral was over and the girl's bedroom was tidied up, an old, tattered, and torn wallet was found. Inside was found a change of 57 cents. 2 years since she was unable to enter the church, apparently, 4. When the priest read this note, his eyes were puffy, and he realized what he had to do. Armed with an old wallet and this small note, the priest immediately motivated the administrators and congregation of his church to continue this little girl's noble intention to enlarge the church building. But the story doesn't end here. A big newspaper company knows this news and publishes it continuously. 57 cents after the church officials stated that they could not afford to pay for a location as big and good as that. Until finally, a developer read this news and immediately offered a location near the small church at a price of $250,000, a fantastic amount at the time. At the turn of the century, this amount could buy gold weighing 1 ton. Members of the congregation volunteered to donate and preach. Eventually, the snowball started by this little girl rolled and, within 5 years, managed to raise funds of. This is the real result of the love of a little girl who is poor, poorly cared for, and eats less, but cares for others who are suffering. And a special building for Sunday school, which is complete with hundreds of teachers, all of which ensure that not a single child is left without a place in Sunday school. In one of the rooms of this building, you can see a photo of the little girl who, with her savings of 57 cents, collected them based on the love of others and made history. Also visible, lined up neatly, are photos of the kind-hearted priest who has reached out to him. The poor little girl, namely Pastor Dr. Russell H. Conwell, author of the book Acres of Diamonds, A True Story. This colossal historical fact can provide clues to all of us about what he can do with 57 cents.